They say the stars themselves once shuddered when the door of night was forged. And I tell you now, that tale is no mere poet's fancy. For many years I have walked beneath the cold heavens and studied the songs of the First Age. And from what I've gathered, the door was not merely made of iron or stone, but of powers older than mountains, and it held more mystery than all the secrets of elves, men and dwarves combined. It stands beyond the uttermost west, past the walls of the world where Ea itself ends, where only the timeless airs of the void lie beyond. No mortal eye has glimpsed it, nor even those of my kindred, for it was wrought by the Valar themselves, the mightiest of all the powers in the wake of ruin and war. It was after the War of Wrath, when the lands of Beleriand were broken and drowned beneath the waves, that the Door of Night was made. The might of Morgoth Bauglir, once the greatest of the Ainur, had at last been thrown down. I have read the lays that tell of it, the thundering hosts of Valinor led by Eonwy, the eagles of the king of Arda sweeping through the skies, the wrath of Ulmo stirring the deeps, and even the very earth quaking beneath the might of Tulkas Astaldo, who had at last laid hands upon the great enemy. Morgoth was taken in chains, his crown beaten into a collar for his neck, and the Silmarils wrested from his grasp, burned his flesh in judgment for all the world to see. But though he was captured, his malice was not wholly slain, for Morgoth was of the Ainur, a deathless spirit vast and terrible. To keep him from the circles of the world, the Valar devised a prison beyond imagining. They thrust him through the Door of Night, a passage set at the furthest bounds of the west, beyond even Valinor's undying lands. There, at the edge of the firmament, they built a gate of eternal might and closed it fast, so that Morgoth was cast into the timeless void itself. Some say the Valar themselves labored in its making. Manwë Sulimo, High King of Arda, giving it his blessing, Olwë the smith forging its pillars from the substance of the world's foundation, Vada Elentari setting seals of starfire upon its arch, so no power of darkness could break it. And finally Ulmo, it is said, cooled the metals in the fathomless deeps before they were set in place, so that no flame of Morgoth's rage could melt them. And Mandos, whose doom none may escape, spoke the words that locked it for all time. The void to which Morgoth was cast is not a place of space and time as we understand it. It is beyond the circles of the world, beyond the walls of Ea itself. When Ilúvatar first called forth the music, and the great song wove the substance of Arda, there remained an endless gulf where the music did not echo, where no flame of creation took root. That gulf is the void. Timeless, measureless, cold not with the chill of winter, but with the utter lack of being and existence. When Morgoth, once Melkor, mightiest of the Ainur, was cast out through the Door of Night, that is where he finally fell. The Valar, with the strength of Eärendil guiding them, sealed him there so that no whisper of his voice, nor shadow of his will, could trouble the harmony of the world from then on. Yet the void does not destroy, nor does it cleanse. It preserves, and that is the terror of it. For Morgoth abides, chained and silent in the darkness, but unbroken in his malice and hunger for revenge. Some say his mind still gropes through the shadows, seeking the cracks in the firmament where his power may yet seep into Arda. In our quietest hours, when the wind dies and the night hangs heavy, We feel that echo, the dread that there is something beyond, watching, patient as stone. Others believe that the void swallowed even his thought, and that the darkness smothered his will, until only the memory of his hatred lingers like a fading storm on the horizon. Which of these is true? None but Eru Ilúvatar could say. The void beyond the door of night is not utterly empty, however, at least not in the way mortals would imagine. For in the oldest lays preserved in Lindon, there are hints that the music of the Ainur left faint ripples in the deep, echoes of what could have been, fragments of unfulfilled themes never woven into the world. Some among the wise even believe that Morgoth clings to those broken harmonies, twisting them as he once did to the very song of creation, dreaming of a time when the door of night will open and the darkness will pour forth again. These are the whispers that run through the histories, that Morgoth will one day break the door of night at the end of all things. The Dagor Dagorath it is called, the final battle, and it is prophesied by many among my people, though none know if the prophecy is true or merely the echo of fear left in the hearts of the Eldar. But should it come to pass, Morgoth will return through the door he was cast beyond, and the sun and moon themselves shall perish, and the world be remade in fire and wrath before it is healed anew. I often wonder at it when I walk beneath Varda's stars, for somewhere beyond the horizon of the west, beyond the bent seas and the uttermost walls, lies the dreaded door, locked against the black foe of the world. None among elves or men shall ever see it, for it is not of our world now, but it was made by the hands of those who shaped Arda itself, and it waits, silent and unyielding, at the edge of night where creation ends. And so the door of night is both victory and warning, the mark of Morgoth's defeat, and the shadow of his doom yet to come. Even here, in Rivendell's peace, beneath the silver moon, I feel the weight of that far-off gate, and the thought of what lies beyond it chills even an immortal heart such as mine. Only one thing is certain: the door of night endures, sealed in power older than the mountains, older than the sun and moon themselves. It stands at the threshold of all that is and all that will be. And so long as it remains, we, the Eldar who still linger, will keep our vigil, for the memory of what was, and for the shadow that yet may be.